Dun, 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 dun. If it'll go live. Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Silverhairstacker Todd, and we have a guest. This is Beth, the Reseller Rowboat channel
Hello.
on YouTube's. So we have no topic, so we're just going to chat a little bit.
Yeah, I'm working right now.
We'll see who all comes in. I've been
Trying to get
getting a
some.
steady crew of folks coming in. Not so much to co-host, but lots of folks participating in the side chat still.
Yeah.
And this has been in a lot. And Mike, and there's Karen at the beach. Good morning, Karen.
Hey, Karen, how are you? Happy Hump Day to you.
So it's Wednesday the 15th. 10 days till Christmas.
Oh, Lord. This is the first year I haven't had my shopping done by Thanksgiving. I still have two more things, but they're little. I don't know.
Listening while shipping. I got a little video I could show today. If we don't have a topic, it's not very long, 2 or 3 minutes.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, what it is
Hey,
Gwen took.
Joanne. Good morning.
Hi, Joanne.
I would show my face, but my hair looks like Bozo. I mean, literally.
Hi, Mike.
It takes a couple hours for it to calm down. Hey, Mike.
So, Sadie Hellfire.
Mr.
So,
Sadie. So, what is this video about?
well, after Gwen took me out to eat yesterday evening, we had a nice,
Mm-hmm.
I had a personal pizza and she had a hamburger. And then we drove around the neighborhoods in our small town and took some pictures of Christmas lights. And I put them all in a video, so maybe I'll show that in a minute. It's not very long, 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, it's amazing, even in a little town, some people go all out on their Christmas decorations. It may not may not look like much because I'm not a good photographer, but some of the stuff is really neat.
We paid somebody to put our lights up this year. They had them up in like 30 minutes.
Wow. Well, if you're ready to, if you're ready for somebody to, or you're ready yourself to put them up, then it doesn't take all that long. It takes me a long time because got to go to the backyard shed and drag out the snowman, and I got to go to the dig under my death pile to find the different strings of lights.
Hey,
Then
Bum
I got
Crack.
then I got to find where I put the ladder, and then I got to yeah.
Well, they're going to come back out and take them down and put them in a rolling thing, and then they give it to us to store, and then we just call them next year, and they come out and do it again. We
Yeah, if
bought
you
the
got
lights
good
from
lights.
them, huh?
If you've got good lights, yeah.
I mean, they just literally pulled up, told them what we wanted. They gave us a quote, and they did it in 30 minutes. They had everything in their truck already.
So did they sell you new lights? Was
Yeah,
that the deal?
huh?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and they weren't on the strings. They just had boxes and boxes of lights, and then they just strung the stuff up. Went around and there was 3 guys and
There you
it was
go. Well,
done,
no
man.
wonder.
And then I told him next year maybe because we're having the front yard landscaped in the spring. I said that by then we'll have like rose bushes and stuff. I said maybe we'll add some twinkle lights or something in the bushes,
Yeah.
just gradually every year. And then you tell them when you want them to come and take them down, and they come take them down. And so
It's pretty
they ain't gonna
cool.
get. I don't have any business being up on a ladder, Todd.
I understand.
But we had that big
I'm getting
party.
close to that myself.
We had that big party Saturday night. We just wanted the place to kind of look a little festive.
Yeah. I am. I'm getting to the age where I shouldn't be on a ladder, and I found out day before yesterday. I may not should be on a golf course
Maybe not.
because it was not a good round of golf. I hit a few good shots. All right, let's see if I can bring up this video and then I'll start it. It's not much, it's just some fun. So,
I'm gonna mute myself while it's playing. Okay.
well, I don't have much sound to it, so
Okay. Because I'm
in fact,
rattling papers and stuff
it's
like
just
that.
it's just photographs, so I don't have any sound to it.
Okay.
Let's see if I can do a screen share here. I may have forgotten how to screen share.
Hit screen share.
Yeah, you think that would work? Let's see, share. Share screen. I'll get there eventually, folks. I know you're just faunching at the bit to see what I got to show. All right. Be ready to be enthralled here. Make a big screen. So we just drove around the neighborhood yesterday evening and ta-da! All right,
Ooh,
where's the
that's cool.
unpause button? What the heck? Where did it go? I paused it just a minute ago. I don't see the unpause button. Huh. Oh, crap. Let me X out and start it again. I'll be right there, folks. This is professionalism at work here. This is
Yeah,
like,
this is live. This is what happens when you're on live.
can you see it?
About 2 months ago, I was live for 20 minutes, but I wasn't live. So and I thought I was live, and I wasn't. I had to start over.
Is everybody seeing it?
That's cool.
We're going? All right.
Yeah, it's going.
We just drove around. Oh, look at that one's blurry. Little French
Ooh,
horn on
French
the
horn.
pole.
Jan, you play French horn.
That's my main instrument. So I had to get a picture
I
of
played
that.
French horn for 2 weeks.
So a lot of the nicer side of town, every house, every single one had these poles with a
Yeah.
curved strand between them like that.
Uh-huh.
Gwen and I were like, God, there's no creativity there, you know.
Uh-huh.
But then they also had the
Do
option
you
to put.
remember back in the 70s and 80s when they used to put the cups upside down and put the lights in the cups?
Yeah.
That was a real big thing in the 70s.
So that's a bad shot right there. I just went around snapping some pictures.
That's a pretty wreath.
Yeah. I'm pausing here and there. That's a blurry picture. There's Santa with a brown beard. When did Santa get a brown beard? That's weird. I guess at their house they have. Maybe they just didn't have one of their lights burn out in his beard or something.
Maybe so.
Going ahead.
Barry has a wider beard than that. He gets his Beard dyed every year, though.
So there's Frosty. And moving along. Got little short clips. See, like that neighborhood, everybody had these.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're trying to make
Put
it look
these.
uniform.
Yeah, I don't know. If you want to be one of the cool kids.
We don't have very many people with icicle lights anymore. It's kind of died down that phase.
Yeah,
Everybody's going to the big bulbs again, like in the old days.
most of these homes in with the
Look at the
with the
rocking
pole.
chairs out in front.
Yeah, most of these with the poles and string lines like this were they're like 250 to $1 million homes,
Yeah.
250,000. So it's a
Mm.
ritzier neighborhood.
Put some work into that one.
Yeah. There's another brown beard Santa.
Taking them down is the worst.
Yeah. There's
Is
what's
that
he
Yoda?
called? Yoda. Yeah. Baby Yoda. There was some baby Yodas.
Grogu?
Some of them had music with it playing outside.
Uh-huh.
Gwen said, "People are going to run out and run you off. Oh, what'd they put the lights up for if I can't drive by and look at them?"
When they took my 2-year-old granddaughter to look at lights, she wasn't saying lights. She was like saying big trees. She was so enthralled with the trees instead of the lights. That's
This yard had a bunch. There's a minion up in that
uh-huh.
vehicle there.
Yeah, I go for simple. That to me is just too much. There we go.
That's a
Cute.
that was a big minion, man.
Yeah,
That thing is like 15 feet tall, and the little ones were like 5 feet tall.
really.
Yeah. I mean, look at there's the house
Uh-huh.
back there, and he's just about at the peak of their house.
Did you get up? Did you get out to take that shot, or you just zoomed in?
We just rolled the windows down on the car
Mm.
and took pictures out the windows. And if it was on the right hand side of the car, I'd hand the camera to Gwen, but we'd stop and take a picture.
Hmm.
Some deers and some presents.
God bless
There's
America. Look, he's got
there's
camo on.
there's Santa in a camo. Joy. Joy lives at that house, I guess. There's Snoopy and Woodstock over there.
Mm-hmm.
There's
What's
some
that?
kind of dinosaur or something.
Okay.
A couple of penguins. There's our Christmas tree.
That's pretty, Todd.
And that's my house, which ends the video.
And you did all that yourself?
Well, Gwen did a bunch of it. Gwen went around and around and around the trees, and I think she got a little dizzy. But yeah, I had to get up on the ladder to put the top ones on. You can't see everything we got out. And we got a couple of those cheater lights, you stick in the yard and it shines on the house. But yeah, I like to do that, just drive around and look at stuff. I guess it shows you how old I'm entertained with simple things. All right, what's the side chat talking about? Three guys fitted best lights. I wonder if
Karen likes the yard with the angels. Did you see Bum Crack's comment?
What do you say?
He
Bring
said,
up Todd's name. Rebel without a clause. I see what you. Oh, there's Sally. See, I was looking at my Christmas lights.
"Oh, I can go now."
Yeah, I've been in here for like forever.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I can go now.
I had
No,
my.
you can't.
Did you see my video, Sally?
Yeah.
I had my video full screen, so I didn't see that you were in.
I know.
Sally's hair looks 100% better than mine. That's why I'm not on.
Anti-Christmas. Yeah, that was. Oh, I'm still screen sharing. Stop that. Here we go. Okay, there you are.
There I am.
I got to talk to your sister yesterday.
You did.
Mm-hmm. I've missed her so much.
I've missed her too.
Me 3.
I think I talk to her every day, but I still miss her.
Mm-hmm.
Still miss her because not on here.
Well, I was in some sort of a chat, and she came on for just a second.
Yeah.
And then I had to step away, so it was like I didn't get to talk to her. But anyway, it sounded like she's doing good.
Yeah.
She sounded really content, mentally, emotionally.
Yeah.
Being around people. I know last night they were going to go out to eat, and that's the kind of stuff she wasn't able to do before. Just go out to dinner with somebody,
Yeah.
celebrate something. I think it was somebody's birthday.
Probably
husband.
Maddie's. It was probably Maddie's birthday.
And they were going to go out to dinner, and
Or actually, it was Kenny's birthday yesterday, because Kenny's birthday falls on Todd and Carol's birthday.
mhm.
Yeah, I don't think I wished Carol a happy birthday.
Well, dang it.
Shame
Oh,
on
She
me.
shares a birthday with you, doesn't she? That's right, she does.
Yeah.
There's
I
some
don't do my
great.
birthday videos anymore, so.
Yeah, but it's her son-in-law's birthday yesterday too. So.
Mhm.
Did y'all ever look up look up to see all the famous people that were born on your birthday
Uh-huh.
the same day as you? I don't think I had hardly anybody that was really famous. There was, I think, Buddy Holly and Nostradamus
Oh.
and some famous boxer like George Foreman or somebody.
Yeah.
So my brother and his wife sent me this card. It says,
Oh my God.
they don't make them like you anymore. It's got the old hippie standing in front of a Volkswagen bus. And then on the inside it says, I don't even think they make the parts anymore. Look at the belly hanging out below the
That's
teeth,
cute.
below the wife beater there.
Yeah.
Got the peace sign.
Mr. Sadie, Nikki's doing pretty good. We talked to her yesterday. And
Yeah, she's out of the hospital, right?
yeah. She's doing pretty
That's
good.
She was talking just last week like she would be in there for 6 weeks maybe.
Yeah. I mean, that's what she was thinking, but really they probably kind of pushed her out because our hospitals and her hospitals are getting full with COVID patients.
Yeah. Well, she said once they amputated her toe that was it. The infection's gone.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, I'm glad that she was able to get out so soon and start healing up. But I'm sure it's going to take a little bit of time to get used to not having that toe. I think she said she's still using a walker, and
Is it the big toe, Sally?
you know what? It's
Yeah,
not. Is it her big toe?
yeah, it's her big
Yeah.
toe on her
Yeah,
right
because that will
foot.
affect her balance.
I thought it was like the second to
Well, I could
first
be
leg.
wrong, but I think from the picture I saw, she took a picture of it wrapped up.
I
Oh,
just saw a
And
big, huge foot wrapped up. I didn't see it. I thought the whole foot was wrapped.
it looked pretty much like the big toe was gone.
I bump crack.
Yeah.
So, are y'all doing a hangout today?
Probably.
Is that going to be in summer Zoom or a different Zoom?
Probably on Summers. Yeah. I usually try to talk her into posting it, and then like opening it up, and then she goes and does her shipping, and so nobody's usually in there for a little bit because it usually takes her a little while to do her shipping and stuff. So she'll usually open it up, and I'll stay in there, and
Yeah, I got to set up Zoom meetings for my boss today, and I got to remember to switch accounts so I don't go in there under my boss's name again.
Oh, right. We don't mind just as long as you're in there.
Well, she knows now, but the first couple of times I did it, she's like, "Who the heck is this person trying to get in this Zoom meeting?"
Yeah. Oh, Texas File says, yeah, I think it's her big toe. Oh,
I do
okay.
too.
For some reason, I was thinking that it was her second to big toe.
Yeah, so that's going to really take some getting used
Yeah.
to because that affects your balance more than any of them.
Right. Yeah, that and your pinky.
Yeah. I smarted off to her in that chat and said, "Are you going to walk sideways now?" And she laughed, and so I think she's in pretty good spirits.
Mhm.
It's probably a little relief just to have that over with.
Well, yeah, and once you've been sick for so long, you just don't even know what to do. Like, you don't know how to be normal again.
Yeah.
You're, sick with something like that. Her body was sick because of it, because of the infection.
Yeah, she was going off on doctors like the old Nikki too.
I don't know why it took them so long to figure that out. I mean, she'd been in there so many times telling them.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
that
get
was part of what she was going off on. They tried to make her pay for all that. And she said, "No, this is your fault. You should have caught it early." And she said, "I'm not paying for that."
Good for her.
I think
Yeah.
she used a few choice words with the doctor, and so she was talking about how if you're in Duluth Hospital, you should expect at least good care. And
Did you see what Bumcrack said? He says, "Are there any of Todd's neighbors anti-Christmas and do not have a Santa in their garden? If so, they are a rebel without a clause."
yeah, I saw that. Bumcrack's full of bum.
Yeah, he's funny.
Boy, he's been sick
his
too.
sense of humor is hysterical.
He's going to hospital too.
Yeah.
Who?
Bumcrack, he's getting tests run and stuff.
He's
Really?
trying to get better. He had blood clots from the vaccine. He had blood clots in his lung.
Oh no!
But this was in October.
I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah, and he was in the hospital for, what did he say, like 22 hours or something?
No, 15.
15 hours, and
then
then
they sent him home.
Yeah, and then they send him home, but he's had to be on meds and blood thinners and stuff like that, and try and get better. And
Which shot did he get?
he got the Moderna, I think he said.
Okay.
I think he said Moderna.
Mr. Sadie,
never-
she will still put that foot right up somebody's ass if they get out of line.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Bumcrack. I don't know how I missed that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's been kind of busy, and just there's been a lot happen. Like last few months, it's been kind of crazy.
Well, I'm going to get on to him because every time I do a live stream, I always say, are there any concerns in the community? And I know it's hard to bring up yourself, but
Yeah.
you know,
And he's a
let
little
us know
shy
let me
from
know when
that.
things like that are going on in my live stream.
He's a little shy whenever it
I
comes
know he
to
is.
stuff like that,
You
especially
would never know that by his comments in chats.
Yeah.
But then when you work with him, you realize he is. Where's your cat, Sally? Well, I'm measuring these 100 skirts that I bought.
My cat's laying in front of his window. He's got to police the front yard to make sure nobody steals my package.
How many you got going out today, Sally? Did you?
Oh, just one.
Okay.
But that's okay. At least it's one. Like, the most I usually have now is 4.
Mm-hmm.
I hit my reseller Nirvana number.
Well, they say that it takes up to 10 months to catch up.
Yeah.
So
I would have to agree with that.
Nikki's wanting to get in, Todd. Nikki's in the green room.
Oh, Todd's where?
He's falling down on his job.
Come on, Todd. Get it together.
Oh, I get to see Nikki. I'm so happy. Hi, Nikki.
Sorry.
Hey, Nikki.
Hi, guys.
So glad to see you on. How are you feeling?
I'm all right. I'm not buggy.
Can you tell that the infection's gone out of your body?
Hold on a second. Come here, bug. No. Oh, you fuck. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Buggy. Sorry, I'm dealing with my dogs. Hold on a second.
All right.
Okay. There she is. No, that's a
Okay,
picture.
go now. My husband made me breakfast. And
Good.
it's Spam, so the dogs are like freaking out.
Oh, I bet.
They're like, we want some. Anyways. Sorry, Beth. What did you say there? Can I still
I
feel the
said,
infection?
can you tell that that infection is out of your body? Does your body feel different?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I think so. I feel like I'm still a little sicky, but I think that's from the antibiotics.
Uh-huh.
But I don't feel quite as sick as I did.
Uh-huh.
My foot still hurts, but it doesn't hurt as bad as it did, and it doesn't stink. That infection stunk.
Yeah.
Through my stomach, it was so gross. And because I'm not a stinky person, and nothing on me stinks, you know what I mean? And if I do stink, which I never stink, but if I do stink, I just take a shower. Where I couldn't get rid of that odor, it just, not to be crude or gross, but that's, oops, I dropped the can. But that's what it smelled. It was just a gross, and must have been a pretty bad infection because the infectious disease doctor said that because they took x-rays of my bone one day, to make sure it wasn't in the bone, which it wasn't at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And like two days later, I think it was, they took another x-ray and found out it was in the bone then, and part of the bone was missing. He's like, did you find a bone somewhere? I was like, no. And so the infection must have ate the bone.
Good grief.
So that's how bad the infection was. I don't know where I picked up an infection like that, but they said it was strep/staph, you know. So
Yeah, it could have been a thorn you stepped on 5 years ago, and it's just now gotten infected.
oh,
Yeah.
well, there we go.
Anyway,
What
we
did
were worried about you because we thought, oh God, she's been in the hospital for days, and I hope we don't lose Nikki. We've lost so many people for just crazy stuff lately.
I appreciate that. I was really scared. I've been really sick for a long time.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was scary
That is a scary thing.
because I'm not diabetic, but I've seen what infection does firsthand with my mother and my sister and my mother-in-law. My mother lost her leg, and my sister lost her leg, and she almost lost half her butt. And you know, the infection just goes through you like crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying was like, how are they going to prevent it from happening again if you don't know what it is?
Yeah.
That's super scary.
Hi, Greenville Treasures. Hi, Red's Outpost,
Well,
Sharon.
part of the problem, my problem is that they upped my methotrexate for my arthritis. So much so that I couldn't take pills anymore. I had to take shots of that methotrexate. And, you know, the last time they upped my methotrexate, I got an infection too. Not quite as bad, of course, but I did get an infection, and they thought I dropped the methotrexate right away, and it to go away. But this time, the methotrexate, it's one thing that was the driving force in that infection.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm off of the methotrexate. I'm not going on it no more. I'm not taking that chance anymore.
And then you said yesterday they tried to give you a prescription when you left for something you're allergic to, something like that.
Yeah, they tried that too. Yeah, I'm allergic to amoxicillin, but I can take, you know, there are some parts of the psyllin family that I can take. You know, I'm not allergic to everything in the psyllin family, but the antibiotic they were going to give me actually had amoxicillin in it.
God.
One doctor was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! We can't give this to her."
Yeah, that's nuts.
Wow.
Amoxicillin makes my lips swell, and it also closes my throat. So yeah, I'd have been dead, probably, or at least rush to the emergency room to get air.
Ugh. That's not good. Anyway, well, it sounds like there were at least a few prayers that worked out for you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, everybody.
Yeah. So.
And I didn't tell everybody what was going on right away because I was just so sick and I just didn't know, and I didn't want to answer questions. I mean, Sally tried to call me, and for me to say no, don't call me, I'm too sick.
And they didn't let Gary in the whole time?
Nope. When I had surgery of them cutting my toe off, in case anybody doesn't know, I had my toe cut off. And then the day they cut my toe off, they let him come in for that. But other than that, no.
That's
So
just
do you have to go to rehab and all that?
Huh?
Do you have to go to rehab?
No, I'm just going to the wound care to make sure everything heals fine.
Because isn't it going to be kind of a learning experience how to balance and everything? Isn't it your big
No,
toe?
I'm walking good. I mean, I got this weird shoe on right now. So that no pressure. So the pressure is even on my foot or whatever. I guess I use it for diabetics also. But so maybe my balance might be weird after that, but I don't know. I I've thrown everything away that had that infection. So I told Gary, I said, just for Christmas, I want a new pair of shoes. So after this is all healed up and everything, I'm going to go buy a nice new pair of shoes.
Because I know when I broke my big toe a couple of months ago, it was hard to walk, and it was making the rest of my feet and everything hurt because I was putting pressure in places that
Yeah,
I was trying to stay off of the toe, you know.
yeah.
And
And I
I
know
dropped a
David,
90-pound box on my toe
oh my God, out,
with no shoes on.
out.
Wow, Beth. What are you trying to do? Try to break your foot or something?
The weirdest thing is I can still feel my toe.
Oh, really?
I stretch it out in the morning. Yeah. But my toe is actually in a lab in Duluth.
And that's called phantom
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. I remember when my mom, she used to complain, oh God, my foot itches so bad. And she had lost her leg, you know. And I remember she used to, oh, I
Yeah,
got
because those
it.
nerves are still there.
Yeah. I feel the sore still on the bottom of my toe. I can feel it.
Weird.
It
I don't know
feels
if
like,
you saw Mr. Sadie's comment about that Nikki will still put that foot right up somebody's ass if they get out of line.
that's right. I'll put a plastic bag over those first so I don't get a bad infection again. maybe that's how I got the infection. Put my foot up there.
Maybe so. Is that fecal matter?
Oh my gosh. Yep.
Your show's going to poop now, Todd.
Yeah.
I know.
It always
I
does.
said poop. I didn't know if I
Yeah.
was allowed to cuss on here, so.
This show's been going to poop for 6 years almost. No, 5.5 years.
Have you gotten more subscribers since you started doing the show more?
Oh, I don't know.
I do
Probably.
want to say one thing. I don't want to take up your whole show about my health issues, but
Oh no, that's.
I do want to
I
say
have no topic.
I do want to say one thing to everybody. You need to be your own advocate as a doctor. You need to, if something's not right or you don't feel like something's right, you need to ask questions. You need to question everything they do. Like I said, I've had some of the best, or supposedly some of the best doctors taking care of me, and I still lost my toe. And I'm a very clean person, and that doesn't matter, you know. I shower every day and everything, and I knew the signs of infection. I knew this. I knew I was infected. I took care of it right away. I didn't. I didn't fail. I went to the doctor every couple days with it because it didn't look right or whatever. It didn't feel right. God damn, I keep dropping everything. And I really believe it was the medical field that failed me quite a bit with this toe thing. And because I was like on top of them all the time. But so you have to be your own advocate, because if you're not constantly asking questions,
Yeah.
or just take medicines that they give you to and not ask questions, be your own advocate. Don't be afraid to ask questions and tell them, hey, this doesn't seem right.
Hi,
Because
Craig.
Morning, Craig.
Yeah, I am.
I'm ignoring Craig. He's not here.
Yeah. Okay. I have never been hurt by a doctor, but I can just almost guarantee you that I have been given tests that weren't necessary.
Yeah. No, I'm
I
sure that
mean,
happens a lot.
We've
here,
been around and around with my wife with doctors. It's been crazy.
let's take some more blood and do some more tests, and I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
And then, okay. I mean, I've got good insurance. I paid for all of it or most of it, so.
When I had my tumor, they couldn't tell if it was cancer or not. It was such a weird tumor that my doctor even admitted to me that he had to Google my tumor. I was like, that does not make me feel well. You could have left that out of the conversation.
Yeah. Sure. Well, you know
Well,
what? You have to think about it like this: doctors only know what they know from a book or from having been through it or knowing somebody that's going through it. That's
Yeah.
that's the only things that doctors, so it's experience or
Yep.
books. So you have to, kind of be leery of that. Like, do you really know what you're talking about, or should I find somebody else to talk to this about because you
Yeah.
don't know what's going on?
Yeah. Well, think about it. They can't see everything during their
No.
year or two of
Right,
residency, so that's why they call it practicing medicine.
right,
Well, look at in our job. We don't know everything.
right.
We're always constantly learning and looking up stuff. And
Yeah, for sure.
No, Sadie knows everything. Just ask him.
yeah,
Just kidding,
Yeah,
Sadie.
he's been on this earth long enough. That's for sure.
well, my friend, he calls me Nikki Nine Toe. I'm down to 9 toes. I can't
Oh,
do my math correctly anymore.
that's a good nickname, Nikki Nine Toe.
Yeah.
Got the in starts there, so it's kind of rhymey. So yeah,
Yeah.
Nikki Nine Toe. Anyway, you sound in much better spirits than you were even a week ago.
Yeah.
So how come they said you might stay there 6 weeks and then they let you go and
Well, they they first initially thought that I would have to be on IV antibiotics, and so and that's another thing, I mean, I had so many doctors with so many ideas and so many thoughts, and they were telling me this, and another doctor was telling me this, and another doctor was telling me this, and not one time was I'm getting a new doctor, by the way. Not one time was my doctor involved in any of it, first of all. And but he's useless as tits on a boar anyways. So I mean, like, I had that rash for like since July. They still don't know what it was, but it's going away. And I had to drop my pants and lift my shirt just to get him to look at it.
Yeah.
And beg him to look at it. And he said he would refer me to dermatology, never did. I waited weeks, never did. And that's how it all started, was that the rash moved into my legs, and then because of the methotrexate caused infection in my legs and my feet, on both my legs and feet. And then I finally got rid of the infection in my legs and feet, but then I had that sore. I stepped on a nail or a screw or whatever on my shoe, and it gave me a sore on the bottom of my toe. And me being on that methotrexate, it just fed that infection. And
So then the rash was from the methotrexate?
they don't know what the rash came from, but it's going away, so I'm assuming it might have been from the methotrexate. But
so you're not taking that anymore?
No, I'm not taking that anymore. I told them I'm not going to take it anymore.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to find something else. But when you have rheumatoid arthritis, they put you on some major medicines, and these are like methotrexate is a cancer drug. It's a chemotherapy drug.
Right.
I mean, it helps kill cancer. So obviously, it's a pretty strong medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anyways, and it lowers your immune system. So yeah, so wherever I was and picked up whatever bacteria I had on my foot, which I always wear Crocs, no socks. So,
Mm-hmm.
who knows what I picked up when I had that sore.
Are you gonna do that from now on? You gonna still wear Crocs, no socks?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving up my Crocs. That'd be a Croc. But
So, kicking people's asses is crock of shit. Well, I'm off to the auction house today to pick up some wins that I got during the
Oh, what'd
weekend.
you get?
Got a couple of, got 3 pieces of Pioneer compact disc players.
Oh, nice.
I got a lot of used tennis rackets.
Yeah.
I got 2 pair of ski boots. I don't know why somebody needed ski boots in Central Texas, but they were in this auction.
They're like crazy.
I got a pair of Vietnam style boots. I got a crate mixer. I got a Skylark model radio control plane.
Whenever you get military stuff like that, do you look it up? Like to see who the soldier was, who it was given to, like from the military? You know
Not
they
from
have a
this auction.
directory for that, right?
Yeah, this auction is not necessarily estate stuff. This auction house is in Killeen, Texas, which is home to Fort Hood.
Oh, okay.
And Fort Hood is the largest military base in the world,
Oh.
both in land and the amount of people that are stationed there at any given time.
Uh-huh.
They may have like 60,000 soldiers at this army base at any given time. So stuff just filters through that auction house from all those soldiers that are stationed there, and some of them will move out and just abandon it like a storage unit or something, and some of their stuff is in there, and so a lot of it gets filtered into this auction.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got some souvenir spoons, and some of them are supposed to be silver. You know, those little, you visit a country and you buy the spoon.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Or estates.
I have.
And then I got a
racks.
lot that had some jewelry and watches in it, so hopefully I get a good watch or two.
I have 2 racks full of those spoons, those tourist spoons.
Yeah. I don't think they have unless you like bundle 20 of them together. I don't think they're worth selling.
Yeah. Some of them are.
Just the regular ones. Yeah, because I got a souvenir spoon from Washington, D.C. right here. And you're like, well, everybody's got one.
Yeah.
And it's not made out of silver, most of them, so.
I like the ones, well, yeah, there's some of them that are sterling, but they're usually from other countries. Usually the sterling ones are from other countries, not from the United States.
Yep. So yeah, Sadie says a lot of that stuff is surplus and was never assigned. That's the
Oh,
kind of
okay.
stuff I used to buy. Well, some of the stuff I bought from Army surplus 4 years ago
Right.
was brand new,
Yeah.
but a lot of it had been used and turned in. So
Right. But do you remember those boots that I got? I can't even remember where I got them, to tell you the truth. Probably from the dumpster. Um, but I looked him up, and it was a soldier that went to Vietnam, and he had only been there 2 days, and he got killed.
oh well.
And so I found out where he was buried, and there was a directory to where I could get a hold of his family.
Hmm.
And so I told the family that I had his boots, but nobody ever contacted me. But
Well,
at least I was able to try.
yeah.
And then I ended up selling them. But I wanted to try to, because I'm sure a lot of that stuff, like, a lot of stuff like that gets thrown out, and it doesn't mean to be, or it people move and they don't have a way to store it, and I'm sure that happens all the time. Just like the whole storage auction thing.
Yeah.
And I just feel bad if somebody was holding on to that for maybe his grandson or something like that, and or a family member that that they weren't going to lose that just because they couldn't pay their fees or whatever.
Right.
So
One time I was at an auction, and I got a local auction here, and it was a sellout of a business of the guy that had passed away. And my husband worked with his stepson. He wasn't really he was like a stepson from a marriage that was divorced or whatever, but he treated him like his own son forever, even after the divorce, they still were close. Well, anyways, but his real kids, the kids that were his actual full-blood kids, I don't think this kid was actually his full-blooded kid. He was just by marriage or whatever,
Right.
Anyways, he the other kids, his actual kids, they didn't care nothing. They just wanted the guy's money, whatever.
Yeah.
And anyways, I bought this box, and inside of it was the Bible from his funeral. And it's still brand new, like brand new, they just had they didn't have anything written in it, but it was they did have the dates and stuff written in it or whatever. But anyways, it was the Bible from his funeral, and I told my husband, and normally I don't look up families or stuff like that, but my husband had worked with the guy's this stepson, and so anyways, I told my husband, I said, God, this is so sad. This is this guy's Bible from his funeral, I said, nobody cared enough to keep it. It's just dumped in a dirty old nasty box that I bought of a bunch of just crap, that dirty crap, and it wasn't put away with care or anything like that. It was just dumped in a box,
Yeah.
Well, anyways, the Bible was worth like $50, but Gary was talking to the guy, and he goes, "Oh," he says, "Did you ask your wife how much she's going to charge for it?" He says, "I would just cherish that." And I ended up giving it to him, obviously. I'm not a total asshole. And so I ended up giving it to him, and he just appreciated it so much, but the kids could care less. They just threw it out, like it was nothing. And this guy has got it now, and he's cherishing it, because he didn't get a lot of stuff from his dad's estate, because the kids wanted to sell everything and just get the money,
Right.
And they didn't let him in, because he wasn't adopted by the guy technically or whatever. So he didn't have any rights to anything really,
Yeah.
And yeah, they just came in and swept everything out and had a big auction and just kept the money,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I gave that to them, but
that's cool.
I remember
Well,
one time I also got this really cool book. It was like a memory book of from like the 1920s, and this woman um, had saved all kinds of stuff, like from her high school tickets to different plays or whatever, and um, napkins from certain events, and she had
Mhm.
like her future husband um, with a cutout from a magazine, and what her wedding gown was going to look like, and it was like a dream book for a young girl,
Yeah,
and um, and it was just full of all this stuff and all these different memories, and it was just so cool. It took me a long time to sell it because it just was so cool.
yeah,
And I tried looking up, I looked up the lady and I tried to get a hold of the family, and the family didn't have any interest in it. Good, but it was just such a cool book. I mean, I probably kept it for probably like a year and a half, 2 years, just because I enjoyed looking through it. And there
yeah.
were old letters and stuff like that, and just neat stuff. And it just was so cool to look at. And I ended up finally selling it. I sold it for quite a bit of money, but yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, the family just didn't care.
Yeah.
I looked up the lady; she was deceased. Um, but yeah, the family just don't care about stuff like that all the time.
well, I think it's interesting just to find out stuff like that, just to research and see where somebody
Mhm.
served or
Yeah, it
what
is.
what their story.
Yeah, it
Every
is.
soldier has a story, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
it's interesting just to go through and look at, like, uh, every once in a while I'll go back and look at the route that my dad's ship took during World War II,
Hmm.
and just look at where all he went and the battles that his ship was involved in and such like that. So
Yeah.
That's
interesting
cool.
stuff. Yeah, he was on a minesweeper in the Pacific.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when he got off that ship in San Diego, he swore to God that he would never ever get on a boat again. And he didn't. He wouldn't even. I had a boat for 20 or 30 years to fish off of, and he wouldn't get on it.
Wow. He was done, huh?
Yeah, he's.
It's
Oh,
funny.
Beth is gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, she said I have to say goodbye. There are yard men outside. My dogs won't stop barking. So
bye, Beth.
All right. Bye, Beth. Have a
And you
good
don't have to feel like a jerk or anything if you don't find the family. If you just want to sell your stuff, these people have put this stuff in a box and wanted to sell this stuff. So you have there's there's nothing saying that you have to find and research these
No.
people. That's totally up to you. And
Right.
don't feel like a jerk if you are greedy that you want to just sell it.
Right.
yeah,
If I didn't know that guy with the Bible, I would have sold it. I wouldn't have looked it up. I would have just sold it.
Yeah.
But Gary knew the
Sometimes it's better not to contact people and stuff because you will, I mean,
Well, the problem is sometimes you find out with crazies.
yeah.
yeah.
They contact people.
But I don't think I need to look up these boots I've got because, like I say, there's probably 150,000 pairs of the same boots on being used at Fort Hood right now by
Right.
soldiers. So
Right.
yeah, that place is interesting. They've
Oh, I
all
bet.
the all the all the streets around that town are marked, like Military Drive and Battalion Avenue and
Hmm.
um, yeah, General John G. Whoever Drive, or you know,
Yeah. That's kind of how Pendleton is in San Diego.
Yeah. There was some talk earlier about them changing the name of Fort Hood because Hood was a Confederate general. You know, when we're going
Oh,
through all these, you know, you can't have anything that would hurt somebody's feelings or something.
right, right.
But I mean, if they change the base's name from Fort Hood to something else, it's just not right.
Right. It's to me, it's like, you're trying to change history, and you can't do that. Yes, I would say, sometimes there was people that were in charge of stuff that maybe they didn't have the best, they weren't perfect or whatever, and they had problems. But you know what? It was a part of our history, and I think that when you change that, you're screwing with history, and uh, kids aren't going to know what happened. You know, maybe they just need to bring certain things to light, facts, not not opinions, of
Mm,
course, but facts. They need to make those known, and then people can figure out what they want to believe for themselves, instead of you know people saying, well, this happened and this happened, and so this is how we have to, we can't be condoning um you know racism or whatever. Let people figure it out for themselves how they want to feel about it. Don't don't be trying to change history and force stuff on people. I just don't believe in that.
yeah. Well, that looks cool, Sadie.
Oh,
I got to screen share this. This is Sadie's listing. Unless you don't want me to share it.
No, go. It's your show, Todd. Go for it, boy.
I'll share it if I want to
You
share it. By
you
God,
go, boy.
he he put the link in, so I'm gonna share.
you
Let's
put the
see.
link in the regular chat?
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna screen share it.
I am. Give me a minute.
Okay, get on it. You don't have to
Hey,
do
Okay.
that all day.
you're older, Sally. Give him a break. He just
So here's Sadie's listing of a guy who was inventing. Oh God, look at that picture right there.
cool.
Let's see. Can you blow it up a little bit or make it bigger?
Oh wow,
It's neat stuff.
that picture says
Oh, that's cool.
my soldier boyfriend, and then it's marked through boyfriend, and husband has been added.
Oh, cool.
Wow, look at the leather jacket with this Sherpa
That's
collar,
awesome.
It's neat.
because when they got to altitude, they didn't have a pressurized cabin. They just got to deal with 20 below degree temperatures outside.
Wow.
Wow,
That's pretty crazy.
it is. Yeah, stuff
Huh.
like that is so interesting.
Yeah. I really like that stuff too.
I mean, if you don't
Yeah.
sell it, you could probably donate it to an air museum
Hmm.
so somebody could look at it. All right, here's the thing he invented or was involved in inventing.
Huh.
Sighting equipment for bombing. What do we got here?
Wow.
Right there is too technical for me. What is this? Oh God. Equatorial coordinate system. I have an equator. Everything revolves around my belly.
Hmm.
All right, back to the show. He used the color of the ocean as his navigation.
Huh.
I don't pretend to understand how all that worked. And that technology is what, almost 80 years old?
Yeah. It's really cool.
But a lot of the people who would appreciate that the most are dead now, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
There aren't very many World War II veterans even still alive
Oh, sorry.
because it ended in 45, and this is
Yeah.
almost
Well, there might be some.
2022.
Right? Would they be
Yeah,
70?
there's some.
They'd be 90 or something if they were 20 years old then.
Yeah. Yeah, they'd have to be in their 90s, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Or older. Crazy. Anyway, well, it's after 9. I've got stuff to do. I got to go pick up my little
All right. Well, you have
auction
to
lot. Nikki, it's
pick up
so
your
good to
stuff.
hear you're doing better.
Thank you.
Sally,
If
thanks
you
for
want
coming
the
on the
link to
show.
the hangout, get a hold of me on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll send you the link.
Yeah, Sally's doing an afternoon hangout. Are you gonna do the show tomorrow morning?
Not sure. I have to work.
Mhm.
So,
Not sure you have to work.
It's your show now, Todd.
Oh, yay.
yeah.
I mean, I like the show, but
I will message you if I get stuck there.
yeah, okay.
Okay. I will do my best.
So you're gonna be tired from work if you do come on, if you do start one. Well,
Yeah, but
okay.
what's the difference? I'm usually
Nothing.
tired from work whenever I
You're
come
usually
home anyway.
tired from work anyway.
I'm
All right.
I do it
Well,
anyway,
folks,
buddy.
Bye, everybody.
Hey,
goodbye.
have a good day.
So we'll see you tomorrow if you want to come
Okey-dokey.
on and do some chatting. So,
Bye-bye.
Bye.
adios. Happy trails.